Hey up YouTube, today we're going to look at leeks. Nice quick video. I'm at home, it's part of the jobs for January, so let's have a go. Let's have a talk about leeks and how to get the good start this year. I'll see you down there. Right, so leeks. First of all, we need to discuss your choices. Now, for sowing this time of year, you can't beat Musselburgh. There's a couple of other variations that I'm going to do throughout the season, but for the start of this season, I'm going to be sowing Musselburgh. One of the things I've often thought about where I'm going wrong, what a lot of gardeners, YouTubers will say, is put out your leeks when they're about pencil thickness. So that's, roughly, I ain't got a pencil knocking about, but that's sort of roughly the thickness of the top of a cane, or, well, a pencil, I suppose. But how do you get that? Because for years I've been trying and failing. And I've been sowing, sorry, I am walking around while doing this video, in things like this. Your standard gravel tray, although this one doesn't have holes in, but something similar to this. And also my standard cell trays, which are about 2 inches deep. And I would never get them to get to that desired pencil thickness. And I was watching another YouTuber's video the other day, Green Side Up. I do suggest you go and check out his channel. And he said, you won't get pencil thickness in something like this. He sows in the old style polystyrene fish boxes. I don't have one of those, but one thing a lot of people do have are these recycling tubs. Now, staying true to the nature of the tub, I'm also recycling old compost. So I've got about 2/3 of the tub filled with recycled compost that did get fed last year and things like that. I've then added just a handful of just a general purpose fertiliser, in this case slow release plant food, some granules, and then 1/3 of fresh compost, which is what the seeds are going to start to root in. And then as the season goes on, hopefully they should be able to stay in there and I won't need to do too much potting up. You can quite happily sow in something like this, but if you want to get the nice pencil thickness that you want before sowing out, you're going to have to pot them up. Your other options, really, what you're after is the depth. Not the width, but the depth. Leeks will send out some lovely long roots, and we're not too worried about separating those roots because they actually come apart quite easily. So we're not going to worry about module sowing. We're just gonna broadcast sow these. You can thin out if you want to, and pot up your thin-ins, or pot on your thin-ins if you really want to. But for this instance, we're just gonna into this recycling tub. I mean, this one's really old. There is drainage holes in the bottom. We are literally just going to broadcast sow some Musselburgh leeks. I'll probably get anywhere between probably about 100 seeds into this, which obviously is going to be too many, but we're not going to worry about it too much. So all we're going to do is simply put a little V in the packet and just tap them out. And I'll appreciate this. They really don't want to move. There we go. Trying to get a relatively even sprinkle. You could take your time, you could sort of station sow them, you could do whatever you like. I'm just going to sprinkle these, especially as it's a really early season sowing. So I don't mind sowing a bit thickly because we'll probably get mixed germination results. They're also slightly older seeds. I couldn't find the seed packet I actually wanted. But I found these, and they were the right variety, and they were still in date, so I thought I'd sow them. So just thinly distributed across the top of this tub, and then I've just got a finer leftover Jack's Magic that I'm literally just going to cover them with, and then they're going to go into the greenhouse. And that is it. That is Leeks sown. I'm not covering them too thickly. You could, if you wanted, put these inside by the radiator. I'm not sure Mrs. Shed will let me do that. Well, she probably would. But I'm just going to put these in the greenhouse, unheated. I'm not going to water them in because this compost is plenty moist enough for the seeds. You don't want to damp off your seeds. I am just going around and just giving it all a nice pat down, just to make sure that all those seeds have got contact with the moist compost. And that's it. I'm just going to write a label for these, stick them in greenhouse next to the fig cuttings, and that is literally it, guys, when it comes to leeks. So we've got a nice little label in there. Don't forget to label your plants. Honestly, it's one of the biggest mistakes you can make, is not labelling proficiently enough. And yeah, we're going to call that a day there. We're going to put these leeks. So just like I said, I just saw that video, and I do suggest you go and check out Greenside Up's channel. He's a really good, really knowledgeable gardener. Seems to specialise largely in polytunnel growing, but he's forgotten more than I'll ever know, I'm sure. So I'm going to pop these in the unheated greenhouse. They will take a while to come up, so don't be discouraged. Don't forget to keep them moist but not wet. And we'll keep an eye on them, and then we'll move them down the plot as soon as we next go down, which in actual fact I think is going to be tomorrow. And they'll go on the seed table down on the plot. So into the greenhouse for tonight, keep the frost off them. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.